Two young boys were driven around Watertown in the trunk of a car. That according to city police, who say a witness reported seeing the children in the trunk of a Volkswagen Jetta in the Walmart parking lot shortly before noon Saturday. Police stopped the car 23 minutes later in the 100 block of Washington Street. 35-year-old Zachariah Kramer and Ashley Hoffman, both of 1107 State Street, are charged with misdemeanor counts of endangering the welfare of a child. Police declined to comment on the relationship between the suspects and the boys or any motive behind the incident. They do say the children were picked up by a third party. Kramer and Hoffman are due in city court on December 7th.